Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's Thursday. It's Korner Booth pregame.
Hey, is this thing on? Hello, testing.
No debate, cause it's all. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the sauce. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant. Slay the competition, cause I'm walking like a giant.
What's up, Twitter world? There's my little OJ.
He's got an autographed OJ photo.
Has anybody heard the story about the Glizzy guy?
He fits today's generation. Like,
Oh yeah, speaking of lady basketball players, Lola Bunny, bonkable. Yes or no?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Korner Booth podcast. I'm your host, Jerry Klim, alongside the usual cast of characters. Happy Monday to all of you. It was definitely a fun college football weekend. NFL may have a problem. We'll talk about it in a little bit. It may have been the worst 1 o'clock slate of games I've ever watched in my life. At least some of them ended fun, but they didn't start out right. My name today is Mr. Almost Perfect. I was one pick shy of perfection for the first time this season with my six-pack. Tyreek Woolen owes me money. That man literally screwed me. He is the worst cornerback I've ever seen with how much amazing ball skills he has. Anyway, joining me now is my co-host. He's back. He's a Jets fan. He's a fan of a New York baseball team who will not mention because they disappointed and dishonored the entire baseball family. He's also Anthony's father and host of the In and Out. That's a Swagoo, ladies and gentlemen. Swagoo, Matt Ordazzo.
Yeah, baseball's fun. Garrett Cole opts out. Garrett Cole opts back in. Gleyber Torres doesn't get a qualifying offer. Juan Soto does. Freddie Freeman is my new arch nemesis. And every time I'm just out, the Jets pull me back in for another week of misery.
There you go. Listen, Thursday was fun.
It's just, I guess I shouldn't complain. Like, I wanted to win. I got the win. But I'm also 3-6, and I lost 3 games because of kicker issues, which I should be 6-3 if we didn't have a kicker problem. But here we are.
Well, our coach didn't want to use our kicker until the fourth quarter. When he finally used him, he pulled the Cody Parkey, knocked him off the upright. But Nakobe Dean is a GOAT, so that's why I'm sitting here very happy this morning. I'm wearing a Hurricanes hat, not an Eagles hat, because we didn't win. We just didn't lose. Got to clean some stuff up in that department. But hey, listen, we're on the ups, Matt. We're on the ups.
It's only up from here, I hope.
Hey, listen, man. The Rams are now on a 4-game win streak. You guys can easily pull that shit off too. Everything's possible.
That's true. Just takes one spark to light a fire.
You tell them there, Eric Thomas. All right. Also joining us now, speaking of Philadelphia, this man's looking extra suave today with the polo shirt on, the polo hat on. Ladies and gentlemen, the comedian himself, Chris Lipoff.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Connection sounds like it's working a little better today, bud.
Yeah, it's a little bit better. By the way, this is a Mickey Mouse hat. Polo. Respect the
Underdog
mouse.
pays well, I see. You got a nice little pad behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, let's look at Grayson's apartment. Did you kick him out?
it's I'm in the witness protection program, so this is my house.
Fair enough. Oh,
He's
shit.
somewhere in upstate.
Yeah.
All right.
Talk about the Eagles in a bit, but
It's all good, brother. Listen, football is football. And of course, our producer extraordinaire, ladies and gentlemen, Nate Wynn.
hi, fellas. Happy Monday.
How you doing?
I don't know. Life is average.
Life is average.
Teams still suck. The A's finally took Oakland out of their name officially today.
So they're just the Athletics?
Yep. Yeah, it's good. Like I said before, there's nothing to smile about in this life.
There is. You just got to look past sports to do it.
True. I will say my social life has been improved with the addition of one person in my life. So we're making strides, boys, in that department.
Oh,
Love is in the air.
Unless he's talking about Chris, and we have a whole different HR conversation.
Love is in the air again.
It wouldn't be the first time Chris has gotten hit on by somebody at Belly Up.
Who hit on me before?
Which one of our guests made an inappropriate joke about you? I could not remember to save my life. It was a joke. Obviously, it was a joke, but we're like, we're hitting on the intern. The HR,
Yeah.
call HR.
My money, I don't know.
We'll have to go back in the old files and figure out who it was. But
yeah, a lot of freaks at the company.
Forensic files.
Yeah,
look into it.
Call him Dr. Phil, dude.
Call Mari. You are not the father.
More
you are the guy that hit on Chris.
Thanks. I love that, man. You have two white people, and then the kid's black, and then the kid's like, you are father.
My favorite's when like the chick just runs to like the couch in the back room and just starts crying on it. It's every episode too. I'm like, all right, well.
Have you seen the pickle one? No, the pickles or the olives, where like
wait, I
like a can of.
Yeah, dude, I saw some guy Millie rocking it after he found out he wasn't the father. Dude, a lot of bum dads out there. So.
Oh boy! All right. Well, hey, listen. It's been a interesting weekend. Nate, I do believe because of my almost perfect week, I am now in second place in the six-pack bets.
After official review tonight, you should be in second place. That is correct, good sir.
Maddie, I'm coming, dog.
It's okay. One off week, and I'll just bounce back next week.
Dude, you've been floundering like the Jets special teams.
I got to scout out my third jersey I'm going to get. It's not going to be a friggin' Rodgers one. I've ordered that one at 2-3, and it showed up at 2-6.
Get you a Zerline jersey.
Wow. No, I already have a bad knee. I don't need a bad leg. Yeah, Garrett Wilson might be the next move. Garrett Wilson might be the man to just build your franchise around for the Jets. I thought they were going to be fire selling after a 2-6 start, possibly going 2-7 after the Texans, but Garrett Wilson is the man. The haters say he's not a true wide receiver one, but the man is third in receiving yards. He's first in receptions. He's first in first down receiving first downs. He's got 5 touchdowns on the year as well. Man is open for business with Devontae Adams there. It's beautiful to see, number 5.
I like it.
OBJ's catch will always be better.
I mean,
it's funny. It's in the same stadium.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, all right. So that's a good debate. I don't disagree with you. It was. I mean, the magnitude.
OBJ's wasn't considered not a touchdown at one point. Like the thing is, like Garrett Wilson's, like people with the whole George Pickens ruling, it was like it wasn't even a touchdown.
Right, apparently it shouldn't count, so I'll take it. Odell was like, it was like a 50-yard bomb. It was pass interference up the butt, one-handed behind, like going all the way behind his back in a sense. Like just it was not that you can't top that, but that's just it's in its own category, its own tier. Like that was the greatest catch that I've ever seen on live national television. Garrett Wilson's was absolutely amazing. It was like a 25-yard pass. The catch was amazing. I mean, he was Air Jordan in the air, came down with the shin. Like that was like the greatest New York Jets catch that I've ever seen. I just think Odell's it was a like double the yardage of a pass. He had clear pass interference. There was no reason why he should have even caught that, but he caught it with his arm behind his back from the defender. Like it was a more contested catch. I'll give it to you on that one.
No, I got you. No, my biggest thing was like, I was gonna say best live catch I've watched maybe what Devontae Smith did this weekend with that one-hander in the back of the end zone. But actually, no, I can't disrespect this one. Santonio Holmes from Ben Roethlisberger walk off against the Cardinals. That may be still the greatest catcher I've ever seen. I'm not
gonna deem it the greatest catch I've ever seen, but that Jahan Dotson catch behind the dude,
bro,
he caught on the dude's back.
Absolutely insane.
Go Phils, Nate. Like the hat.
Thank you, man. You know, I may not be a full, time fan of the team, but I will say that y'all's merchandise is exquisite. I look like a Christmas tree. That was a look today.
I do love
Honestly,
the logo.
Chris, when my Diamondbacks are not playing, the team I root for the most will be the Philadelphia Phillies, and will always be the Philadelphia Phillies because Phillies fans and Eagles fans get along great. I can't back the Sixers fans, even though I do back Joel Embiid for sticking it to a pompous reporter.
Philly's been the headlines the entire weekend.
Yeah, well, you had one dude call Travis Kelce somebody rough. Oh, it's Big Ant. Tony!
He got camera shy.
That's okay. I got somebody else who gets camera shy. Oh.
Like the cat's just like there, stay there for your appearance.
Hey, bud. He's just happy I'm home. I was out landscaping all day, so he's happy I'm home.
Nice. My cat's somewhere in here.
Yeah. He's probably on top of the grand piano.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, he's probably climbed up that chimney.
Oh, you know what's also really funny? Nate, I just noticed this literally today when we were doing the intro. When you mix the intro up, the clip, one of the clips, I'm just not even in the photo. I'm just gone.
I think your stomach was hurting that day, and then Matt talked about the glizzy gag or glizzy something.
Oh yeah, I was having a stomach issue.
When you had to drop an Oppenheimer.
It's so freaking funny because it's just there's like me talking and something else, and then there's just an empty background. It's just like that's just the most me thing of all time.
That might have been the show. I got the text like, "Hey, can you host for like 5 minutes? I got to take care of things." I'm like, "Do you?"
That was a couple months back, but still same premise. I will say though, today was pretty funny because I got home. I punched out around 5. I got home. I got back to to my car around maybe 5:15, and then of course had to run to the supermarket, buy a bunch of food, ran out, showered, pooped, ran in. And I had to eat something because I haven't eaten anything since about noon. So I microwaved up some of these like potato bacon cheddar balls from Stop and Shop, and I threw them in the air fryer while I was getting the show up and running. Ran upstairs, grabbed them, and just housed all 6 of them during the intro.
Yeah, 6 balls.
I forgot what it was like working blue collar, and I was like, "This is bringing back memories." Matt remembers the days when I was doing contractor work, freaking running around like a psychopath. All right. Anywho, we did have some good games, obviously this weekend. I'm just, you know what? We'll just get into the college games for the 6-pack because I'm still mad about Tariq Woolen. I literally saw my bank account jump $450, and then I watched this weenie get smoked by DeMarcus Robinson. I was like, you gotta be kidding me! Like I saw it literally the second Stafford rolled on that bootleg. I saw Woolen get caught flat-footed. I'm like, oh, I'm screwed. I didn't even look at the TV. All right, touchdown Robinson, Rams walking. Oh my god, damn it! It was like,
what was your cash out option?
Highest one I ever got was like $85.
Damn.
So these are how the official standings are right now.
Oh wait, we almost had all the same picks this week, and that's why.
I'm back to reality.
Hey, I'm getting there, Chris. Just give it a minute. I'll be back. I'll be at the bottom by next week.
Skeptical.
I don't even want to win anymore.
Skeptical. No.
I'm calling you out. Show me your work. Show the other page. Let's see.
The other page is just the picks that you made.
I want to make sure.
If you flip my win-loss record, that's probably Todd Bowles' career record as a Jets head coach.
Oh.
Remember, did you also factor in the fact we all got a +1 because of Andy?
Dude, what a snipe on my end of that one. I was like, Kelce just ruined it for Chris twice. He didn't do anything to me, but I joked around.
Ruined my $40 parlay. I was so mad. I'm like, why did I bet on Tulsa? Who bets on Tulsa?
Kelsey definitely has burned like 90% of this podcast group and picked six.
We can officially say the man with the worst gambling advice, Kelsey Coyne.
He's the bane of the corner booth.
We'll have to tell him the next time he comes on that like we chose Vanderbilt.
He's literally like the Joker, just in here for anarchy.
I think he knew that Notre Dame was going to beat Navy, but he just wanted to pitch that pick to me just because, like, he just smiles
He was
when I
just so
was-
hell bent. He's like, yeah, I don't know why UAB is a 2-point favorite against Tulsa. It makes no sense. They should have been.
That's a good
underdogs."
impression. I have a good impression too. Hey, Chris, best friend, how about you pick Navy over Notre Dame? It's a good pick. Sure, Kelsey, I would. All right, cool. Well,
To be
probably not
fair,
gonna work
we do
out for
love
you anyway.
Kelsey. He's our boy. It's just, I swear to God,
Yeah.
he is great when he takes his own gambling advice or not.
No
gambling
need for
advice.
not. That's just my impression. I'm not roasting him.
We're not roasting. We love him to death. He's already hurting enough. His Tigers and his Cowboys lost this weekend. Oh my!
Okay, these are the official
The
ones
movie.
after the 1 point added from the house upset.
Nate, who was your
Vanderbilt.
one loss?
My one loss was I had 2 losses.
So then, how were we tied? I only had one loss.
Yeah. So remember you.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry,
You
math.
need it. All right. So we have another
No,
bid.
no, we're doing this live, so no
No.
needed apology.
Jared's going to issue a public apology.
Shut up.
Hey,
I'm not
Chris's
putting
penalty
in
box.
BS. I made a mistake last week. Damn it.
Chris's penalty box is back.
So all right. So who Nate, was anybody questioning you about the 6-pack standings or
Back in the box. The hierarchy of power is back, brother.
Oh my god! But it's getting close, boy. I mean, we're all within 10 points of each other. That's how close we are.
That's wild because Matt at one point was up at like 15 on me and Chris.
10-point lead is the most dangerous lead in
Chris,
sport.
if we can if both of us catch up to Matt, we both have to do the whole Reggie Miller meme.
What's
I
going to
think-
happen? What's
I
going to
think if
happen?
I'm close,
You go, Chris.
I was gonna say, I think if I'm close by the end of the year and I don't get it, I think I'm gonna give like an executive 4 points to Nate because he's been hassled for like 4 weeks straight for him to get a jersey. Just saying.
I'm
You
gonna
can't- You can't.
I'm gonna call the script now. I'm gonna be in the lead the entire year, and it's gonna come down to those last handful of weeks where picks become double points, and that's what's gonna probably mess me up. If I don't have a decent lead by then.
Yeah, double point picks. That's where.
I'd like
That's
to
what I
go
was
ahead
thinking.
and just give my upset pick for this week: Panthers over Giants. Giants favored by 5.5, but I believe in Bryce Young. So
That
Who's
shit-
Yo, I was
behind
going to talk.
them?
Actually, no, that's a great way to start. I want to talk about the Panthers, bro. They were fun to watch yesterday. I was hype. I was like, I felt good. It was like a feel good moment. I mean, I
yeah,
feel
it was
bad-
for
I feel
Bryce
bad
Young,
for Nate.
dude.
I feel bad
Just
for
going
Saints.
through it.
But I mean, like, yo, Xavier Leggett's legit. Chuba Hubbard is still a number one back, and Bryce Young played well. I was like, holy crap! Like, this is what we're supposed to get. And I remember, y'all remember, like week 2, we had to talk about how maybe the Saints were like elite.
Yeah, then Derek Carr's there.
Now they're
Dude,
tied.
And
with
you had to hear it from Nasty how they were gonna roll my Eagles.
Yeah, that was Nasty was off that day, dude.
And they had, no, he was on for everything on Thursday night. He was just off for everything on Sunday.
yeah,
It's not his
Nasty.
fault.
Nasty had a nasty day that day.
Dude, he went 3 for 3, and I think I nailed one I put in once $1 or $2 for all 3. I nailed all 3. It was crazy. But
Yeah,
yeah, no,
Oh, that
no, he
Nasty's
was,
no
you know, he shot like 500 on that Sunday. I remember because he did pick the Falcons to win, or no, Falcons to cover against the Chiefs or something like that, and they did. So, yeah, no, but shout out to Nasty. Maybe we'll get on soon again. But yeah, no, good for the Panthers, man. I guess we're leading with that because honestly, last night's Thursday night football game was such a snore. I didn't even care. I shut it off at the second quarter. Went to bed. I was like, dude,
yeah,
I'll
my
watch
internet,
highlights on the way.
gave out for the right reasons.
Jeez. Like,
Pretty bad.
I love how the NFL made a point of flexing that game instead of Eagles Jags, and Eagles Jags was like a great game. And like, this was terrible. This is why, like, the NFL actually made a good decision today. They flexed out Jets and Colts, and they put in Chargers Bengals, which should be fun. But like, the NFL should learn, like, you don't flex certain, like, dude, you should know the freaking Jets are just not Jets. Freaking Colts are just not fun to watch. They don't know how to use their weapons properly. Flacco was showing his age last night. The Vikings actually have a decent defense.
Yeah, and even if the Jets get by the Cardinals this week, 4-6 Jets and whatever the Colts will be after next week, that's just not. Nobody wants to watch that. I don't even want that. I'm not even going to the game. I don't even want to watch that prime time. I saw a fun stat. I'm pretty sure Dennis Allen is the first head coach to get fired by two different teams, but both teams have the same starting quarterback. He got fired in Oakland with Derek Carr, and he got fired in Saints with Derek Carr.
That's wild.
Which comes to a conclusion. Not only is Dennis Allen just not a good head coach, but Derek Carr is not the quarterback you want on your squad if your job's on the line.
Also, Michael Thomas hates Derek Carr, and Michael Thomas hasn't contributed anything to the NFL in over 5 years.
I remember we were talking about, Michael Thomas can contribute to whatever team he signs when he gets back to the Saints. I had to hear that for weeks. I'm like, Slant Boy is a one and done, man. He had 2 good years, and he's out.
Nate, can you pull up Squidward's house?
I sure can.
Oh, my God. That's great. So I played somebody in fantasy yesterday who had Devon Achane, Saquon Barkley, Joe Burrow, and I believe she also had one receiver who went off, Garrett Wilson. All had 30 burgers.
Damn.
I got murdered. And the thing is, I have a $125 and I still have one team to go.
Michael Thomas.
One spot to go. I'm screwed. Like I was like, how am I gonna beat that? Hey, Mike
just
Thomas.
Imagine just getting taunted by that house. Imagine getting taunted by that house.
All right. Well, let's talk about the college football games, because honestly, it was a very fun college football slate this weekend. I had to hear it from an Army fan about how it was so disappointing. I'm like, honestly, yeah, because y'all should have beaten Air Force by about 40. He goes, I know. That's why I was so upset. But we did have some fun games. Miami Duke was a thrill ride. First of all, shout out to Duke for coming out and throwing the ball in the second quarter. Malik Murphy actually can play, and they have some good weapons. Honestly, I think they could be like a sleeper kind of New Year's Bowl, after Christmas bowl game, fun team to watch. They're fun.
Your heart rate for that game had to be like a prophet's chart.
I don't want to talk about it, Chris. Between the Hurricanes and the Eagles, I could have had a stroke.
Yeah,
Stroke.
Yeah.
Dude, I was not okay for either game.
You can't see it, but you can. Yeah, if you know what just a general monthly profit graph, it's what Jared's heart rate definitely was throughout that weekend, dude.
Oh my Lord! All right, let's start off with me complaining about the Hurricanes for a second. It's gonna be 30. This is a 30-second rant. Can we stop playing with our food and just kill it already? I swear, we went up 14-0, and then everyone just kind of took a breather. Duke scores 21 and answered. We get a little cheap shot field goal. I'm going into halftime fuming, and then Cam Ward goes, "Nah, bro, I got this." 4 touchdown passes, and I'm just like,
does your defense just stink?
No.
Your offense is good. Just seems like your defense
turnovers.
Stinks.
They're not they're not like a stuffer defense. They're not going to just get 3 and outs. They make their money on forcing turnovers and getting sacks. That's what they're good at. They're basically the 2017 Eagles defense. An elite edge rush, two great linebackers, and a bunch of young corners and safeties. And they just missing Malcolm Jenkins, obviously. Oh no, they have one old Mish Powell. He's a vet.
Well, outside of Florida State, the past 5 games, they let up over 30 plus.
I know, but it's I will say this about the Duke game. That last touchdown by Duke was because Cam Ward got really cocky and tried to throw across his body. And Florida State, we pulled off the dogs, and that's when they scored. Cal, we didn't take Cal seriously, and then it was a 7 p.m. game on the West Coast, so internal clocks, I'll throw that one up to it. Playing Virginia Tech on a Friday, regardless of where you're playing, is a suicide mission. The fact that we ended up winning that game was a miracle in itself. And as for Louisville just beat Clemson. I will stand pat that they'll be a top 15 team by the end of the season. Louisville may be a sleeper team to make the playoff if I think SMU loses one more time. I think Louisville Louisville to me got screwed by just a bad loss, and now they're basically going to be out of the ACC title game because honestly, they're They can score so fast, and they put the screws to Clemson. That was my favorite game of the weekend. I was watching that score. Oh my
There's
God.
I mean, you got Georgia Tech, Wake Forest, and Syracuse. I think Syracuse can be a tough game.
Syracuse is, but also I watched Syracuse throw 5 interceptions in the first half against Pitt.
Just like Cal's gonna do in 2 weeks when I'm going.
Nice. Who they playing?
Cal, Syracuse. It's in Berkeley.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
All right.
I always want to go to a college football game, man.
Me too, man. First time for me.
I've only been to UConn. I'm hopefully going to Miami next year. I'm actually excited for it.
Gonna try and get there next year.
I'm actually going to do like a 4-day weekend. I'll go down to South Beach on like Thursday night or Friday morning or whatever. And I'll stay the night, a couple nights, enjoy Miami because I've never been before. And then, go watch the game.
You're gonna party down South Beach? You can't go to bed early down there.
Yeah, you about to get some big
Yeah,
ones
can't
for
see
him.
Jared with his
I
collar.
I'll probably find a sports bar to go
Taco meat
watch the,
showing the top of the shirt. Long
I'll probably
chain.
go check a sports bar to go watch the Eagles game.
Watch some BBLs too while you're at it.
I'm about to lock both y'all
Miami
up.
Jared. Miami Jared. Be pretty sick, dude.
You better come back a different man.
Can we focus, please? I'm exhausted. All right. I love doing this
bro.
show with you animals, but like, come on. The ADHD tonight is ridiculous, and I'm the one who's diagnosed with it. I'm gonna try to keep us on track.
Contagious, bro.
All right. Ohio State, Penn State.
I'm done.
You cannot put the ball inside the 5 twice and not score.
The most overrated program in the nation.
This was the overrated bowl, but like I said in the group chat, somebody had to lose.
Well, the thing is, like, Will Howard was like, I wanted to play for Penn State when I was younger, but now they're gonna see like what they missed out on. And I'm like, dude, you didn't even play well. Like, the game is terrible. Like, it's just James Franklin is the worst. He tried to fight one of the fans.
I saw that. Listen, Penn State fans didn't have a good weekend, man. They didn't.
Philly, I mean, if you want to associate them with Philly, Philly's had like a Halloween weekend.
The weekend
they got. I'm talking about like there were like some characters like just.
Oh yeah, well I mean, listen, we had the idiot kid who called Travis Kelce something.
The F word, bad, terrible word.
Other F word, not the one that we've said in the show a few times.
No, I think the audience knows what F word we're talking about, but like, what a piece of shit that kid is. Dude.
I know, and then he tried. So there's a second video somebody shot. He was trying to claim victim. Like smash my phone. Like, bro, you called his brother an offensive slur. And you were in his grill when he was just minding his fucking business. He didn't say anything to you. You just walked up and acted like an asshole.
Also,
honestly, I wish Kelce punched him.
Can we rate that spike?
Oh, I'm giving it 10 out of 10 Gronk. I'm giving it 10 out of 10 Gronk.
Dude, that was like a 10 out of 10 spike, dude. Got it.
That should have been in the Andy Samberg video. I threw it on the ground.
Yeah. I was walking through this. I'm not gonna sing the whole thing. I actually know that whole song, sadly, but
that's not sad. That's like the greatest piece of information I've learned today.
I was a 10 out of 10 spike.
Boom!
Yeah. And then
I
he took the phone and
3 booms.
How many booms?
I hate those people. I love it. That kid can go literally cry in his trust fund or whatever.
I hate that kid, dude. I don't even know him. I just hate him.
Oh, dude, his identity got revealed on TikTok. He already got doxxed. I was like, holy,
what a jerk, dude.
The internet works so fast, bro. The other thing I will say about Penn State is just like, and the fact that like the fans were arguing with James Franklin. Dude, it's funny when Sirianni does it because it's like that's kind of his shtick. But he's been doing that since he got hired. But like, you're just a knockoff Keegan Michael Key who can't close games.
Yeah,
Tell me I'm wrong.
Also, there was another Philly incident happened over the weekend. Joel Embiid, Philly local reporter Marcus Hayes.
He's always had a bad rep, though, Marcus Hayes.
That dude's a scumbag. He said some comments about Embiid not playing, which is okay because like Embiid not playing is an issue. But then he starts bringing up his son as like a distraction for him not playing, and his deceased brother, who passed away in a car accident when he first became a Sixer. So then Embiid, false reported by Keith Pompey, also another idiot, said that Embiid punched him when Embiid ended up shoving the dude. And then he tells the dude, if you do this again, and if you say these things again, you're not going to like what happens. So, and looks like from what I'm hearing reports is Embiid is going to be suspended by the NBA for this, which I'm 100% on his side. The only thing I just like, yeah, I wouldn't even touch the dude. You know, actions speak louder than words, but just what a scumbag like Marcus Hayes is, dude. Like Philly's just had a weekend of just headlines, and they're not good ones.
I wonder if he could you go to the police and file a claim for harassment, get a restraining order on the guy, and then he just physically can't do his job because he'll get arrested?
Dude, he's been like lodging like Philly like athletes for years. Like he was the one who like rumored like oh Jesus.
Why? I didn't read the second part until after I agreed with it. And I was like,
Yeah.
All
so,
right. In Garrett Cole's defense, I don't think he was going to outrun the runner, but Rizzo, somebody should have gave some sort of effort and got to first base.
Right.
None of this should have been a
Who
thing.
was
If
the other
Aaron
athlete that he started rumors about?
Oh, AJ Brown. He wanted.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was trying to get AJ Brown.
He's that nutsack. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the dude.
I thought I hated ESP. Nope, this guy's worse.
No. I mean, no. Short Parks is like an idiot too, but
he at least loves
Marcus
Philly
Hayes.
sports.
Marcus Hayes. He's been doing this for. There was a somebody sent this to me. I'll probably have to pull it up in a bit, but it was like 4 different articles he's posted. I think of each sport in Philly, and he's been trying to get like athletes like just to leave. Like he's that guy. He's the guy who just says, we'll bring up like your past, throw it in your face, and then write an article about it. And then the media gets like this perception of you as a athlete. And it really kind of destroys like your character a lot, which the dude sucks. Like I just hate the dude.
Why they like this though? Why they like this? It's like
because Philly, a lot of it's not even just Philly. A lot of cities do this, but Philly's pretty prominent with it. Philly just has like a bunch of idiot reporters. Not all of them. I generally like.
Yeah, big Johnny Clark.
Johnny Clark's the man. I like 94 WIP. I love 97.5. That's our radio shows. Like I love everybody on these shows. But the ones who write the articles and the blogs and are just, grave digging in somebody's past, like it's a terrible thing to do. And you look so bad as a journalist and somebody who studies communications and just likes to write. Like it's just, you look bad as an artist. So
you're like,
I'm glad he got hit.
Scott Eskin,
dude. Him and Howard Eskin's a fool too. It's just like
I think it's Scott Eskin. He was working for the Fan in New York.
Howard's the dad and
Spike. I'm sorry, Spike Eskin. That's what I'm thinking of. Spike Eskin, he used to work for the WFAN, and whenever callers would call in and get pissed off and try and piss him off, they just call him vegan crackhead.
Yeah, dude, he's like, that's the terrible thing about the media, dude. It's just like they'll do whatever they can and just get a rise out of players. And unfortunately, Embiid got caught in the crosshairs and shoved the guy, which the guy generally deserved. So I'm actually happy Embiid did something. So Jared, that was the guy who tried to drive AJ Brown out of here.
Okay. All right. He's a loser. Anyway, back to college football. Other games that were of interest this weekend. Indiana stays undefeated. Kansas State goes down to Houston. So Louisville goes upsets Clemson. South Carolina, go Cox! They beat
pause.
They beat the Texas A&M Aggies. The Texas A&M was flying too close to the sun. SMU knocked off Pitt. And that basically runs it up for this week. A lot more fun games next week. Georgia actually put up a fight against. Florida actually put up a fight against Georgia.
Yeah, I was nervous, dude. So I lost.
I know that was your gimme. I was like, this
I
dude
would have.
is playing with
I would have
fire
threw my
right
phone.
now.
Dude, my
I
phone
saw-
almost got lodged through my television, dude.
I saw something on
You're
Twitter
both
where it was
struggling
like,
on Saturday afternoon, Chrissy. Because
saw
remember, Miami
something
was
on
my
X.
gimme. So
something on X where it was like prayers to Carson Beck. They're like, there's nothing wrong with him. They're like, he's just stupid and ugly. I was like, okay.
Ever since he got a girlfriend, I think his girlfriend posted a picture of him and her together. He has thrown 0 touchdowns and 6 interceptions since that photo was posted.
We got Chris Tigers and Bama next week or this week.
Yeah, this is it.
Elimination game. Brian Kelly's. I just don't know.
This is it, dude. I know a handful of Bama fans, dude. So
Where's
Depends
Cruz at?
Depends what Nussmeier they're
I'll
gonna get.
Listen, I'll call him up. Don't worry. All right. So NFL games.
need Nussmeier to have a big one.
Big Nuss.
NFL games to kind of cover. We Bills Dolphins was. I'll just run through them and we can kind of cover what else we want.
That was a big game.
Texans and Jets. I'm worried about CJ Stroud. I really am.
Yeah, I'm on Stroud watch too.
I'm not feeling that Stroud anymore.
Nah, it's I don't know. I guess that's a question for Hector.
Apparently,
because I thought they were
one
gonna
of
cover.
the one of my buddies. Once Hector made those Yankee remarks in the chat, it was personal. So I told the Jets to go finish business in the second half. One of the buddies that I was. One of the buddies that I was talking to was saying that he said he rewatched the game on TV because he was there live, and he said he saw what looked like the refs were mouthing like this is about to be a wild second half, and he was like, "Oh, you sure about that?" And he was like, "Just watch." And all of a sudden, the Jets go out and score 3 touchdowns in the second half. So Woody Johnson paid off some Vegas writers to write the script to get him in. So be it. I'll take it. But they got me back. They reeled me back in for another week.
Devontae's touchdown, though, his release off the ball. Oh, my goodness. Thing of beauty.
The post game conferences, just watching Garrett and Devontae stand by each and like side by side, like big brother, little brother, just getting interviewed. I hope we see more of these with more positive outcomes.
I did think it was funny though when like Devontae Adams got traded to the Jets. He was like the day before he was like at like Rodgers' like apartment. Like he probably slept over that night too.
Oh, he did because the next day he went on McAfee with Rodgers at his house.
Do you think like Rodgers like offered him like, hey, like I'll sleep on the couch, you can stay in my bed? Like that's what leaders do. Do you think he offered that? Like as
maybe they slept together, you know?
Nah, no way, dude. They're
All
not
right,
that
Nate,
close.
relax. I know this is California, but
it's just
They could have slept head to toe and pillows between each other.
do I have to do the letter Kenny of hole to hole or pole to pole?
Yeah. Just back to back, you just don't flip over.
It's not sus if it's pole to pole or hole to hole.
My hope is like one of them has like a sleep apnea mask, and then like it just wakes the other one up, and they're just flipping out. Like,
Oh my god! All right, we have to move on before we all get canceled. All right. Dolphins, Bills. What is it with the Dolphins just giving like Buffalo shit?
well, the Bills own them.
I know, but it's like this game was way closer than it needed to be. Also, Keon Coleman dropping that touchdown just hosed me. Broncos Ravens, there's a shocker. Henry and Lamar light them up. Wow, that one went as expected. Another Chargers Browns. I actually took the Browns as an upset pick jokingly in one of my parlays, and thank you to Cedric Tillman for being the fantasy pickup of the week. Got me a tutty and almost a buck through the air. Hype about that. We talked Saints Panthers already. Bengals Raiders. There's a shocker.
They fired their quarterback coach, O-line coach, and their offensive coordinator.
They're the
And
Raiders.
the head coach.
No, Pierce was still there.
Who? Pierce? Oh, the Raiders follow all those guys. Okay, I thought you were talking about the Saints still. What?
No, my
All right.
apologies. Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, Dennis gone.
Commies and Giants. Nate, I took this as an upset pick. I was like, maybe I believe in the Giants today. Maybe I believe.
See, you keep doing this, man. You jinx me with the 6-pack. You jinx me with Cal.
You cannot blame me for things that are out of my control.
Is Jared a good friend to you, Nate? Because like he keeps questioning like your, all your interest and like your knowledge. Like, is he in your support group?
What Jared has done to apologize is he went to my family's restaurant in Connecticut. It's called Wang Chang's, and he ordered 2 boxes of fried rice to go. So he helped out the family business, and I said, all right, he's forgiven. So we all good.
Nice.
We all good.
I can go for some Wang Chang's.
But did he give you the 5-star Google review?
Oh, already gave him 6
yeah. Jared's like, maybe Jared didn't like.
I feel like Jared I'd be like, I only gave it 4 stars because my fortune sucked.
Jared's like, they forgot my utensils. And like I'm giving it 3 stars.
All right, cool. Jeez. All right. Giants. I you know what the thing is, like,
I couldn't even watch the game.
I had a feeling the Giants were going to make him struggle. I'm telling you right now, I think the Commanders have a couple of flaws, and depending on what they do tomorrow.
Well, I mean, me and Manny should tell you what their flaws are because we're LSU alumni, metaphorically. We know Jaden Daniels to a T. You just got to hit the dude. Like, it's just, he's already got effed up ribs. Like, I don't know if you ever seen the hit compilation when he was at LSU, but he would just run into traffic and just get smoked. Like,
by the way, you double McLaurin. I mean, besides that, who's the next weapon? Zach Ertz?
Noah Brown right now.
Yeah, Noah Brown.
Yeah, you hear that, Giants?
50 Cent was out this weekend. Brian Robinson didn't play, so
that defensive line, there's no reason why they shouldn't have roughed them up. I couldn't even watch the game.
0 motherfucking sacks. Deontay Banks is a son of a gun, bro. Can't cover crap out there.
He says son of a gun, but then drops the F-bomb. Where is his order of operations here?
I don't know. Bro, it's like, and you know what's crazy, bro? I know Jones had like 0 passing yards in the first half, which pissed me off. But he didn't play that bad in the second half. Like, he didn't
play bad, dude.
I love he had a touchdown pass, but no passing yards. That was my favorite stat. I was laughing so hard. I'm like, that's the most Daniel Jones thing I've ever seen.
And bro, Malik Neighbors low-key trying to piss me off. I swear to God. Okay, look, I get it. Like, it's cool to have friends in the league. But bro, don't be fucking going to the sideline. Excuse my language, first off, but go to the sideline of the Commanders and talk to Jaden Daniels. Okay, when your team's already losing by like 10 plus points, get your butt in the huddle or with your team or talk to freaking Danny Dimes. Okay, and figure it out.
Well, at least I'll say this, Nate. At least he wasn't DJ Moore. DJ Moore, middle of the play. Caleb Williams is scrambling for 10 seconds. He just walked off the field.
What if he's traded tomorrow?
Well, that'd be a good one.
I think we're gonna learn a lot about teams tomorrow and how they make their trades.
I wish we had a show tomorrow.
Nate, can you find that video?
Yeah.
Can you find that? If I send that video,
honestly, Nate, I would have done a show, but I was like, I already had everything prepped. On my morning break this morning, I literally just had everything banged out.
I got you. No, you're good.
It's all right. That means there'll be more epic trades tomorrow. Because when we do this show on the trade deadline, nothing ever happens. But it's always the day after. Like Devontae Smith got traded the day after the show. We had
he's over here.
Yeah, keep the audio off so we don't get sued.
Yeah.
Go watch.
Yep. Walks off the damn field.
I'm out.
Yeah. But he can't even come back in. He'd be an ineligible receiver, right?
Yeah, you can't run back. Wait, also I saw a little limp there too, so
they'll play it off to protect him.
Yeah, protect your kneecaps.
Okay, we have to talk about Cowboys Falcons. By the way, Dak Prescott may be going on IR.
He's
missing
already
multiple
out next week.
weeks.
They're already out. Yep.
He's out the next couple weeks, so we don't know.
Darnell Mooney is still the boy.
Darnell Mooney might be the best free agent pickup besides Tucker Kraft for me so far.
Yeah, same. Dude, I'm literally staying alive because Darnell Mooney. But yeah, the Cowboys, Dak Prescott on the sideline, dude, we suck.
Tanking for Shadir Sanders.
Even though they just gave him Dak a contract.
It doesn't matter.
Dak Prescott to the Giants.
I'm going to get a gun.
Don't say that on this show, because then we have to get an investigation going. No, Nate'll just burn everything Giants and like go be a Lions fan or something.
Ooh, I could be a Panthers fan in my next life.
Okay, stop it. Stop with like picking teams that make you miserable. Be happy for once.
Like I said, bro, anything to smile about in this life.
Oh my lord, my teams all make me happy except my Diamondbacks. I refuse to wear a hat until they do something good in free agency.
Your teams give you heart attacks.
Yes, because I care, and I am emotional. All right, we got anything on Atlanta, Dallas? Anything you guys want to touch on? We played on the Falcons for this, by the way.
Cousins had 3 touchdowns. That was good. They're gonna win the South. I mean, the Bucks play tonight, but I think
the Bucks are about as injured as the Falcons are, and
they have no receivers.
Yeah, Mike. When is Mike Evans back? Next week?
I don't know, but in my league, in my money league, I have Mike Evans, and I just picked up Jalen McMillan last week. I now have Jalen McMillan in my lineup, who was just ruled out, but thankfully. My opponent scored 117.9. I scored 128.92. So I don't have to drop him. I can just keep him in the lineup. He'll give me a big goose egg, and I'll still win by 10.
Or you pick up Sterling Shepard.
Oh, he's thrilled to play.
Yeah, but I'm gonna just keep McMillan. I think he's a higher option than Shepard and Trey Palmer. And if he comes back next week and Evans is out, then he'll just be that number 2 guy or whoever. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure the reports that I've been hearing is Evans is out. So what is it this week? What week is it right now?
Week 9.
I think
this was from 2 weeks ago that they were saying
that week 11. I think he's back week 11. I think next week the Bucks have a bye, and then I think they're going to try to get him back on the field. Then.
So kind of like an AJ Brown thing, not putting him on IR, but still kind of doing a mini IR.
They're saying he could return in week 12 against the Giants. Sorry, Nate.
Speaking of
Jesus Christ.
Speaking of coming back from injury,
AJ
Christian McCaffrey.
Ooh.
Yay!
Is
asterisk
opening up the practicing window for him. So
he's on track.
That's a problem for the NFC.
Well, sort of, only because the Niners still have struggles that really don't. It doesn't matter who's running the ball.
I'm not going to. I'll mention.
Oh no, they're still going to make the playoffs, but they're not the same deadly team we saw years ago.
I mean, he was 90% of their offense, so my hope is he's not 100% if I'm the rest of the NFC, because healthy Christian McCaffrey is a problem for any team. I mean, we saw it in Carolina. I still think the 49ers are a really good football team. I think their defense is a little sloppy, but yeah. So I heard that today.
They really miss Ayuk right now.
Yeah. I mean, they
because
got
he took the safety out. He took a safety out of the play because he was worth a double coverage.
Yeah, they got then I think they got Juwan Jennings, who's been pretty good. So I mean, he's no Ayuk. It's like
comparing a Lexus to a Toyota. It's similar parts but different cars.
Oh, good, yeah, but like not the same product. But
Jets and Titans was actually kind of fun for some reason. Drake May had a couple good throws. Bears Cardinals. That was ugly. Speaking of ugly, Lions Packers. This game was not as close to the score as the score intended. Let's put it that way.
Maybe Jordan Love just stinks.
Yeah. Like I saw a bunch of
I
Packers.
picked them because they're home. They're the Packers. They're a good home team. Jordan Love's been a good quarterback. I know he's been hurt, but he might just stink, dude.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. The Lions, best team in football, man. Not even close.
Is that Dan Campbell?
Yes, MCDC baby.
Kind of look like him.
Oh,
He's gonna fucking wear like a Lions hoodie on Thursday.
no, that's one thing I never do. I never wear. Ever since I was like 13, I stopped wearing any opposing team, even if they're not playing us. Any other team in the league, I only wear Eagles gear.
I mean, I won't lie. Like I mainly wear Eagles gear, but like there'd be like a time where like, oh, dude, I haven't wore this like Detroit Lions jersey in like 10 years, dude. I'm gonna go bust this one out today and just wear
I
this.
can't fit in anything I bought 10 years ago.
You go, make it a little belly
No,
suit.
it's not a good thing.
It's awesome.
I'm 2 inches taller. Actually, no, 10 years ago was college, so I was about an inch taller. I grew an inch or two in college. I was actually about close to this weight, just more fat, less muscle. They don't really fit up here. That's the problem. They fit down in the gut area. Let's put
cut some, circle holes in like the nip area.
Circle holes.
Let the homies breathe.
All right. Rams Seahawks. I've exhausted this at nauseum. Geno Smith with the pick 6 problems. Shout out to my dog, Cam Kitchens, setting the Rams record for pick 6. Miami Hurricane legend right there. Dude, I shouldn't have posted the parlay in the group chat. I swear that was the jinx.
I do that. Like, I used to do that a lot.
Just
like, I used to like
take the point.
I used to just jinx myself, and I'm like, it's not even like I would always contemplate. Like, I used to just be like, hey, like, if I send this to like, I have like always had that superstition. If I not even like parlays or just like anything, like it's just the opposite's gonna work out.
So, boys, tomorrow is a wild day, by the way.
It is.
Not only does the NFL trade deadline happen at 4:00, we also have the first CFP rankings that are at, I believe, 7:30. And then we may not somehow know who is not or is running our country and other elections. There's that. But you know what is set in stone? Nick Sirianni doesn't like taking the points, right, Chrissy? Last game of the night, we're talking Eagles-Jags before we move on to the CFP rankings.
Yeah, he decided to go for 2 3 times and went over 3. In the instance where I think you should have went for it is when they decided to kick the field goal, because if you go for it, I think it was like a 4th and 2, 4th and 3, you get it, the game's over. Like, the thing is, like, if you don't get it, they got to go the same field distance to score a touchdown. So I don't know why you decide to line up a 57-yard field goal. And you want to line up a 30-yard field goal, but you decide, hey, we got Elliott. He's made 61 yards.
Shot. Also, they got a 30-yarder. Like, they basically ice the game.
I think Sirianni's the worst part about this team, to be honest with you. I think Sirianni. I just think he is.
He gets in his own. I swear, he gets in his own head. He's got to be more aggressive. I don't know.
He's too aggressive. He's the king. I mean, I think Orlovsky said something.
Listen, Linda. I will say this. LaShawn McCoy made a very good point today, and I was very amazed by it.
Fuck is Linda?
Sorry, it's an old meme. Because our Matt's boy Carton was like, your coach sucks, and then Shady looks over and goes, who's your team? He goes, Jets. He goes, your coach got fired, and then he goes, to be honest,
is a consultant now.
To be honest, Nick Sirianni can sometimes get a little overly aggressive, but that reminds me of a certain other coach who has the best team in football, who basically cost his team a Super Bowl appearance with him being overly aggressive. Dan Campbell, who we know and love on the show. So I will say this. Yes, Sirianni, it's irritating, it's annoying, but I'd rather a coach who fires from the hip and plays overly aggressive and we win games than a coach who plays conservative and we lose. I had to deal with that in Miami for years. Some years with Andy Reid, he was a little too conservative for me, and it drove me crazy. I don't know if he put on the red, got the Bahama shorts, got the cheeseburgers. Like, screw it. We're going to get aggressive now. It's just, I'm all for, I like it. I like the aggressiveness. Keep it up. Maybe, just maybe. You don't got to go. If you're going to go for two, don't run the same play 3 times in a row. They weren't falling for the bootleg. Just don't. If it's not working, just stop. But I appreciate the aggressiveness. That was what I have to say about that. Also, AJ Brown is day-to-day, so he should be back for next week against the Dallas Cowboys. That game just got a whole less anticlimactic with Dak being out. Dude, we get to see Trey Lance. I'm
Cooper
so
Rush.
excited. Oh, I don't want to see Cooper Rush. That sucks, man.
What are you gonna do?
You know what, Chris, I'll let you kind of just teeter us off on this Eagles Jags thing. Well, I thought it was 1, Smitty's a beast. 2, Nakobe Dean is amazing. I love that little muscle meathead is just knocking dudes out and then coming back and picking off passes. And Zach Bond should get a $1 zillion extension.
And you're missing one more guy. Remember?
Mr. Double reverse jump circle pass. And he was down, by the way. It wasn't a freaking fumble. Those refs were on the take. Say quads. Say God, Barkley.
His hurdle is so beautiful.
Bro, that is gonna be my new. I think that's gonna be my new profile picture on Twitter. Is the picture of him just reverse hurdling? Dude, if you're 33 in the Jags, you just got to be like, bro.
Yeah,
Devin Lloyd.
Am I good to go, Linda?
Yeah, you're good, Linda.
Listen,
Okay.
Linda, listen.
Elise made that reference.
Offense played really good. Defense played really good. I'm not discrediting either side of the ball. I mean, the coordinators look great. I think I do. I think the problem with this team, I think the largest problem with this team is their head coach. I think he's a great motivator. I just think he's overly aggressive and he makes dumb play calls. Going for 2, 3 times throughout the game, you don't need to. You don't have to do it. Jared, I know me and you are very opposite when it comes to the Eagles. You see the good side in things. I see the bad side in things.
I fart butterflies and shit gold bricks. I know.
But we somehow meet in the middle here. But I'll say, like, Sirianni just shouldn't. There's times where you just signed a kicker to a 4-year extension.
Yeah.
Why are you not using them? You haven't used them in the first 6 games of the year. Sometimes I just don't understand what goes through his head. Like, if here's a world, he missed the kick. They go down and score a touchdown. You have no time left on the clock, basically. Like, it's like Sirianni is so close to being fired that he's not going to be fired. And that's the crazy thing, is there's been so many butthead calls by him, but it pans out at the end. For some reason, we just find a way to win because we're that talented of a football team that he just doesn't get canned. I'm not going to be like the 95% of everybody in Philly and say, oh, I want this guy gone now. I do think he's a good coach. I just think that there's limits to going for it and then just kicking it. I mean, you could be up 2 scores. I mean, this game would have been out of reach. That like last drive would have been meaningless. But decide you want to be a little too aggressive, you're missing out on easy points. So other than that, I honestly think the Eagles. Also, one thing I'll say is, like, the Eagles could have used Kelly Green jerseys for a different game.
It was supposed to be Sunday night. They flexed.
Yeah, I just saying, like, the Jags being like the worst team and like one of the worst teams in football. I'm like, man, like the Eagles got like
blame the NFL.
If I look at the schedule real quick, like the Eagles could have used it like against the Steelers on like a 4:30 game. They got the Cowboys still a home game, Commanders still. Even a Giants at the end of the year, but
against their butt ugly uniforms.
No,
dude, I would
that,
kill to have
that
like
was
a
a one-time thing. That was a
have like
one-time
a
thing.
uniform.
We're in it.
We'll have like a uniform off of like the Kelly Greens and like the popsicle outfits.
The rocket pop outfits. I forgot what we started.
Dude, the popsicle outfits is going crazy, bro.
All right.
It's coming
yeah,
back week
that's all I got
17.
for the birds.
All right. All right, boys. So last order of business. Oh yeah, by the way, the Vikings beat the Colts in the most boring Sunday Night Football game in a long time. Nice job, NFL. You suck. You ruined something good, at least for this week.
Oh wait, Joe Flacco is going to start the rest of the year, by the way, officially.
Chris is going to be inconsolable.
I might be the most toxic character creature in the
Do
whole
we
month.
think this means we could get a off-season Anthony Richardson trade?
We'll see.
Or by tomorrow.
Ooh,
I don't
that'd
think
be
he would.
wild. That would
Nah,
be absolutely wild.
I'll speak for Colts Nation because I think DJ appointed me as the Colts spokesman for temporarily.
Philadelphia liaison.
Yeah, when I'm not representing Philly, I'm representing Colts Nation this year.
Your Flacco's
I think
representation.
Yeah, well, hold on, Linda. Let me talk about Colts Nation. But I will say this: when you appoint Flacco as your QB1, good things are going to happen. Now, it may not be a Super Bowl right away, but we're getting there. It's a game at a time. Had a bad Sunday Night Football. It happens. Guy's 39. Tom Brady won a Super Bowl at 39. We'll be surprised if Flacco does it. Rodgers probably can't do it. Sorry, Matty. I just hate that dude. But the Flackinator can get it done. Just saying. Colt Nation.
Are you gonna start singing like the dude in the Colts jersey?
No, please no.
No,
I
we don't
can't
like
wait
that
for
dude.
when it's the Colts Jets week for that.
You about to kick the kid's ass.
I'm gonna be working too, dude. I would kill to just be a part of that, dude. Just be on stream for that.
What would you ask Joe Flacco if you met him?
Sign my boobs. That's number one, and number two is I don't know, dude. I think like it'll have to be one of those like in the moment questions. I don't know what to say. I'd be so mesmerized. Guy's just handsome. And I'm not shooting my shot here to Flacco, but I'm just saying like guy's my role model. Might just get one of those like, well, my back wall there in my house here, my witness protection program house. I might get one of those like fat heads of like Joe Flacco of like each year. Talk about Ravens, Browns, Broncos, Eagles,
Jets.
Jets.
Flacco! Colto!
Come up with the Flackinator. Wendy's burger.
Yeah. Shame on Wendy's for not even thinking of that.
Yeah, kind of have like it's like a triple patty or like 4 patties instead of the Baconator. It's like the Flackinator. It's like if you finish it, you get like a free Flacco T-shirt.
Oh my god!
Like I ate the Flackinator, and it's like just a headshot of like Flacco with like a burger in his hand. I'm thinking like merch, dude. I got a lot of thoughts going through my mind right now.
My strange obsession with Leonard Fournette is like Chris's strange obsession with Joe Flacco.
Dude, there's always that one football player you're like, dude, that's
playoff
guy.
Lenny. I was rolling, dude. Are you kidding
Dude,
me?
I like playoff Lenny. LSU alum, dude. Like,
Well,
listen,
okay, so
I'm
it started because he's my running back in our Madden franchise, and I broke every rushing record with him because a power halfback with breakaway speed. Are you kidding me? That was like the most unruly thing for me to have in Madden.
If there was a time where I could never root for the Eagles anymore, and I had to pick like a team, speaking of like playoff Lenny, I'd probably be, like I said, probably a Jags fan because like they're the wild, like I said,
You love jagging off. It's okay.
My dream is for them to say the AFC runs through Jacksonville, and then it's just a shot of like all the people in that like disease-filled pool.
Jesus. All right, fellas, we do got to get back to the last topic at hand before we get out of here. College football playoff starts like the first rankings come out tomorrow. My question to you guys is: do you have any teams that were ranked in the top 25 that are either going to fall in the CFP or rise up? Who do you think is going to kind of take one on the shins in the CFP. Nathan?
Me first.
Chris put up his hand, so I was just going to call on Nate regardless.
It's messed up.
I don't know about falling. I think if anyone is rising, as much as you don't want to hear it, is Colorado. I mean, as much as you hate Shadur Sanders and what his attitude is, that team is really good.
No, they haven't beaten anybody.
They're competing in the Big. They're competing in the Big 12 though, and
fourth best conference in college football. Who cares?
Yeah, but they are competing, and their defense is an underrated group. It's they may be rough in the first half, like you've seen during their losses, but in the second half, that's when they kind of shut things down. And as long as Travis Hunter is healthy and everything, that team can go places. And their last few games, they're all winnable. So I think they have a good shot if they just the door is open for them to make the playoff. They just got to take advantage. So I think.
Oh, I would love to play them in playoff. Oh my God,
that'd be so cool.
I want to see Ruben Bain just break Shadur Sanders.
Yeah, or maybe Shallow Sanders picks off. You know what? Cam Ward's not gonna throw a pick. No, you're right. You're right.
No,
you're right.
Come on, man. He's gonna get him on a head fake, and his ex or Jacoby George is gonna run right by him. All right. My team, I think they're gonna disrespect a little bit. Will be my Hurricanes. I think they're gonna drop them out of the top 5. At least in terms of the overall rankings, not the actual division pick winners, because the Hurricanes currently their 2 best wins right now. Our 3 best wins are Florida, Duke, and Louisville. It's not great. I mean, yes, Louisville is now ranked, and I think Duke will be ranked in the next 2-3 weeks because they have a lot of winnable games coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to overly rank teams like A&M, Clemson, Alabama, but I think the team is going to get hosed the most is Indiana. I think Indiana, until they beat somebody very good, is going to get screwed. Penn State is probably going to be in the top 4. So will Texas. So will Tennessee. Bama might be in the top 10. I think the CFP is going to show their colors early. But I could be wrong. And also, don't be surprised if they mess around a little bit and put Oregon at 2.
Who'd be 1?
I think they'd rank Georgia at 1. I think
hell!
They totally would. They totally would. You can't.
I'm gonna give you my upset this week already.
All right.
I don't know if I'm gonna stick by it, but I think Ole Miss beats Georgia this week.
Ooh. Only if Jackson Dart takes his kid out Jackson Dart takes his nephew out to go party like he did last week. I guess the tight ends, the Poffenberger or Roffin, whatever the hell his last name is, 86. I guess his kid's like this viral sensation on TikTok or whatever. And
still the.
So
I was gonna say.
Yeah, and Jackson Dart is always out hanging with them. So I just watch the 3. If he keeps partying with his nephew, I feel like he's gonna they're gonna get the dub. Because also Carson Beck's terrible. I'm saying for years.
I will say this also. To answer your question, I think we beat Alabama this week.
Ooh.
And I think they go down, and I think we go up. I have a gut feeling we beat them. Now, it's a weird gut feeling because I don't know if I got a shit or I just feel like I think LSU is going to beat Alabama.
Be honesty, I do.
Maybe it's both.
It could be both. Could be both. I don't know how Maddie feels about it, but I'm in like a world of like, if we beat Alabama this weekend, which I hope we do, because I can't, like, if we lose to anybody to get eliminated from the college football playoffs, like just have contention to just get in, I don't want to lose to them. Because then, like, I'm gonna have to hear from everybody who's an Alabama fan. I'm gonna hear it see it on TV. I'm gonna hear it on the radio. Like, I'm just gonna get ripped. So, I need Nussmeier and I need the defense to just be on their game. And I need Brian Kelly. I don't even care if we don't make the playoffs. I will say that I do. I really want to make the playoffs, but I just want to beat Alabama because that's one thing I look forward to every year as an LSU fan is this game. And it's the biggest game of our season. And it's insane. I don't know what time that game is. 7:30 in the Bayou. Oh, my God.
There you go.
Oh.
I have optimism at its highest only because we're in the post Nick Saban era.
Yeah. Also, Nick Saban's going to be returning to the Bayou for College Game Day, and I wonder who's going to pick, the team he's coached for 10 years or the team he coached before he coached that team for 10
He
years.
won his first.
Just saying, he also won a national championship with us. 07 champions with us. I was 8 years old. I remember that day. I did not know college
Oh
football
wait,
was
no,
then.
two national championship. No, he didn't win in 07. That was the Mad
Florida?
Hatter. He won in 04.
No, he won in 07.
He was in Miami Dolphins.
Was he that? Hold on.
It was Les Miles won in 07.
Yeah, Saban was hired in 2007.
Oh, you're right. You're right. It was. It was
it was the
03.
Mad
My
Hatter. It
bad.
was Les Miles.
My bad. That's a good pull by you, Jared. Yeah. So he won a national championship with us like over 20 years ago. We'd love for him to represent his alma mater of his school. Before he became some Hollywood coach. Just saying, Sabes, if you could just pull like a purple jacket out of your, if you could wear that on game day, that'd be pretty sick.
Here's the poll. Who was his quarterback when he won the national title at LSU? No looking this up.
I was 4 years old. I wouldn't know.
He's very famous in the NFL, and for all the wrong reasons.
Is he Joe Flacco?
It's Jamarcus Russell.
Oh, that bust. Didn't you get his jersey?
Yeah, I had his Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
I
rooted
wouldn't
so
have.
hard for him to get a second chance.
I know they beat Georgia. I know that. I just didn't know the quarterback.
Well, it was weird. It was a
Big Ten.
split national title with USC.
I think I was
That was
at
the
that
last
time. I was
split
probably playing with Hot Wheels.
Probably. That was the last split national title, I think, in college football history, because the actual national champion who actually won the national championship over Oklahoma was USC with Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush, Dwayne Jarrett, Mondale White. I think Polamalu was on that team. Anyway, but what ended up happening was I think they were the Trojans were number 3. Number 2 or whatever it was. Somehow LSU got a share of it as well because of the points in the BCS system. So I thank God there's no more BCS system. Oklahoma, it was LSU and USC split the national title in 2004. So there you go. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's to answer your question. LSU is my hope this week to go up in the polls. Maddie,
all right,
shoot.
Maddie, you finish us strong here. Who do you think's rising? Who do you think's falling in the CFP polls compared to the AP?
I feel like they're going to drop LSU before the game starts. Just feel like they're going to just find some way to kind of get at us. Do you think there's any possibility Texas falls slightly? I'm looking at their past schedule. They didn't really play a lot of ranked teams.
Ooh.
UL Monroe, Colorado State. There was a handful of other non-ranked teams. They beat Michigan. That at the time was, I think, 10. They beat some like not high-ranked teams as in top 5, but a lot of bottom-tiered ranked teams. So I wonder if they might fall a few just because it's not like they've beaten a handful of top 5 teams. I'm not talking crazy. I'm thinking if they go from 1 to 4 or 1 to 3.
Could happen.
There you go. Also possible trade coming soon. Za'Darius Smith possibly going to the Lions. That is the rumor.
Ooh.
Did you hear? I heard this from Part of My Take. The worst ever trade proposal from Jets former general manager Mike Tannenbaum also was a general manager of the Dolphins for a little bit. Apparently proposed a trade scenario where the Lions would acquire Myles Garrett and the Browns would receive a second-round pick, 3 first-round picks, and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Oof.
And he said Jahmyr Gibbs because Jahmyr Gibbs is pretty much nullified by Montgomery. And everybody's like, do you not watch Detroit Lions games? So Jahmyr Gibbs is a huge part of that success. So he's saying Jahmyr Gibbs, 3 first and a second for Myles Garrett.
Heck no. Gibbs is what makes the Lions offense good. Him and Montgomery 1-2 punch. Literally, that's
I don't deny that it would take multiple high-end picks to get Myles Garrett, but you're not going to trade 3 first to second and Jameer Gibbs to get Myles Garrett.
You mean the Browns are being unreasonable about a trade?
Oh no!
Oh my Lord, Chris, you look so tired. You're like me right now. You're like, oh, I'm done with this. I'm tired, brother. Did you work today?
Dude. Yeah, I worked. So when I was coming back from a wedding last week, I was coming back on Sunday. So I was, I'm supposed to work Sunday. So, my boss was very generous to give me off. So I ended up working Monday to Friday this past week, and then I had off Saturday. I had to work Sunday today, and up
So
to
you work
Thursday
6
this
days a
week.
week?
Well, this past week I did, and
because of the Sunday off.
Because I had
this week now. What days you working?
So I work tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm off Friday, Saturday. So my schedule at my job now is Sunday to Thursday. Just general 9 to 5.
You're done,
I love it.
Are you done in time for the stream on Thursday?
Yeah, I'm done at 5.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll be good for Thursdays. Monday shows might be, even though we start at 6, I'm gonna take a little break before I get on. So
yeah, well, I mean, honestly, now that I'm getting into working again, 6:30, 7, kind of a better idea than doing the 5:30. 5:30 was basically just because, like, hey guys, I'm unemployed, bored out of my mind, need something to do, help, please.
You guys know the Saints head coach's name is Darren Rizzi, and the team started wearing shirts that said "Merry Rizmas." But here's the thing: what if his last name was
called him the Rizzler?
No, I could do you one better. What if the R was replaced with a different letter?
Oh man!
No.
Jazzism.
Not Chris's penalty box is presented by the amazing people at Righteous Felon Beef Jerky. Promo code Belly for 15% off your purchase at checkout. Amazing beef jerky products. My favorite flavor is the Maryland crab. It is phenomenal. Check it out. RighteousFelon.com. Promo code Belly 15. Official sponsor of Belly Sports, the Corner Booth Podcast, and Nate, not Chris's penalty box.
I didn't say the letter. Technically.
I got a plus 1,200 odd for like same game parlay tonight. That's now a plus 1,500 odd because I had a 25% profit boost.
All right, let's hear it. Let's finish off with a little bet from Swagoo.
Yeah,
I took Kansas City money line because I don't believe that the Bucks knocked KC off.
I think they win.
I threw down a Travis Kelce anytime touchdown. I did a Baker Mayfield 1+ passing touchdown. And my fourth leg of this parlay that makes the odds higher, that's a risk. I tried to get a value for it, but I chose a Bucky Irving anytime touchdown.
Ooh, good.
No Evans. No Evans, no Godwin, no McMillan. So your targets are going to pretty much be Irving, White, Kate on. So Bucky Irving and Kelce touchdown. Kansas City wins. Baker Mayfield throws 1 touchdown. And 25% profit boost plus 1,500. 10 receives 150.
All right. Awesome. All right, Chris, you want to finish us off with any first touchdown bet?
I believe your first touchdown tonight will be. I think
we're right on Thursday. You got Joe Mixon.
You hit now. I didn't.
You took Mixon, and then you went and took like 4 other ones.
Whoops. No, my first pick tonight is probably would be Xavier Worthy.
We should all do a first touchdown thing. Maybe we could do like a standings.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, for fun.
Give me 5 points though. I hit the first 5 weeks.
Ooh, wait. I know we can't change the rules, obviously, but maybe for the future, maybe next year, right? If we do like first touchdowns, that could be like 2 extra bonus points for
How about this? If you nail first touchdown going into next season, you get an extra bonus point on your 6-pack.
So next year. Oh, cool. Yeah.
Or maybe we do like a playoff competition for a gift card or something like that. We'll figure it out. All right. Anyway, so Chris had first overall pick. He took Xavier Worthy at what, plus 1,300?
Yep.
Matt, who are you taking?
I don't know their odds. I just pick.
I'm gonna play it safe, and I'm gonna say Kareem Hunt. It's a plus 400. It's a very small odd, but I'm gonna play it safe and go with Kareem Hunt.
Give me Cade Otton plus 1,500.
Cade Otton.
Xavier, I actually locked in Worthy for $5 right when Chris announced it. I just jumped on it early, and it actually just went down to 1,200, so I got it at plus 13 at the
Yeah,
last
it just
second,
shifted again.
which means it's gonna happen.
All right,
Mhm.
Nate.
Give
Last
me
but not least,
Noah Gray.
Noah Gray.
Wow, you're going down to plus
Plus
2,000.
2,000. Jesus.
Yeah. I like
His
that.
odd is so high. His odd is so high that right above him is the Kansas City defense, so they have a higher chance. So,
Gotta believe.
hey, if you're a risky man and you throw down $5, you might win $100.
Ooh, I might need that. So put that for me. I'm just playing.
All right, boys. It has been a pleasure as always. We'll be back live Thursday for another episode of the Korner pregame. We'll be pre-gaming hopefully a better NFL slate for week 10. That being said, boys and girls, I believe who's the Thursday night game this week, by the way?
It is the
Bengals Ravens.
The Ravens.
Good game.
Ravens.
All right. All right. Well, for myself, for Matt, for Nate, and for Chris, we hope you have a great evening. The show, of course, go live on our podcast stream tomorrow, probably tonight around 10 o'clock. And on top of that, we will obviously be retweeting out the link. And shout out to our sponsors, candidates.com, promo code BELLYUP 20 for 20% off. SeatGeek, promo code BELLYUP Sports for $20 off your first purchase. And, of course, Righteous Felon, BELLYUP for 15% off your purchase at checkout. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a great night. I'm going to go get some rest. I'm exhausted and hungry. We will see you guys on Thursday. Peace.